Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tonka Gamer here, and today we're going to do a Newcastle United career mode. And the goal in this career mode is to get Newcastle out of the Championship and into the Prem in one season, and then we're going to take it from there and try and get them into Europe and make them into quite a big club. So I want you guys to get involved in the video, so drop a like down below. And I want you to be the assistant manager and drop your comments on who you'd like me to sign, any tips or advice, or if you want to see a career mode with a team that you support, or I'm going to start an ultimate team eventually, so we'll get involved with that. But I'm just going to concentrate on the Newcastle United career mode for now, because I'm just getting started. So if I make any mistakes, I'm sorry. I'll try and iron them out as the series go on. So let's get into it. So we're going to try and get out of the Championship and into the Prem, but we're going to bring back a Newcastle United legend in the shape of Keegan, and he's coming for his third stint up at the 2. So we've had it in his first stint, we was 12 points clear at the top of the league. And then it ended up going wrong and we ended up not winning the league. It were a bit disappointing really. And then in his second stint, he didn't stay for that long and then he walked out and the same as his first stint. So we're going to give him another chance, see what he can do in his third stint. And hopefully he can get Newcastle back into the Prem. And we'll take it from there, hopefully. It's going to have to be that one, I'm afraid, because there's not one that looks like Keegan, unfortunately. So that's it. I've set it up. We're going to start on legendary. We're going to have 7-minute halves. I'll download the latest squads. I'm not going to do a European competition first season because Newcastle are in Europe. And obviously we're going to have the transfer window, because I want you to drop down your comments. I'll let this load up, guys. So guys, it's finally loaded and we're back. We've got a pre-season tournament invite, so I'm going to accept the invite, and what I'll do is we'll go for the one with the most money, which is looking at the European International Cup. And you've got the likes of Celtic, FC Lorient, Hamburg. So we'll just get into it. I'll skip the first game, but then hopefully we'll play the second game. If we lose the first game, we'll play the second game and we'll take it from there. So let's go into the office. We'll have a look what the board wants. So the first one is, recognise that you, the coaching staff and the players are just coming off a very draining and demanding season. So we appreciate that you have accepted the invitation to participate in the European International Cup. This year the competition will take place in Germany. It's a great opportunity for you to evaluate the current squad and experiment with the lineup and tactic before beginning of the season. It is also a key opportunity for the club to expand our brand. During the group stage in the competition, you'll be facing the following teams. You've got Osasuna, Lorient and Celtic. So they could be quite tricky fixtures. And then it says, hi Keegan, as you already know, merchandising is an important source of income for the club. Shirt sales account for a large percentage of this income. In our most recent board meeting, we've set a goal to earn 10.2 million in sales from player shirts. Now this shouldn't be your deciding factor when buying players during the transfer window. Keep in mind that bringing in popular high-profile players along with a good performance from our key players will go a long way in helping us achieve the goal. I have got some players in mind that I want to sign, but I'd like you guys to act as the assistant manager and drop your comments down below and I'll have a read through them, because I do work through the week, but I will try and upload quite regular, so I want this to be a good and exciting series. I'm opting not to do the series with the face cam because I feel that it takes your attention off the actual gameplay and you just seem to focus on the face cam. But anyway, I'll get back to the emails. The transfer market is now open. Remember that a player's value will vary based on their form, time remaining on their contract how important they are to their club, the variety of other factors will ultimately determine the amount each player is likely to be sold for. I will add comments on any transfer negotiations when I see fit, in order to give you a better idea of what player might be sold or bought for ultimately. However, it's up to you. It's up to me and the assistant manager, which is you guys. So drop your comments and drop your likes, and we'll try and get some subscribers, and we'll just have fun and see where we go. We are delighted to have you on board and are looking forward to seeing you succeed at our football club. For Newcastle United success is not just about results on the pitch. We have a brand to protect, a business to grow and supporters to please. Given Newcastle United's identity, our long-term plans, these are the main areas we want you to focus on. Domestic success, how well the team does in league and domestic cup. I would like a good cup run, like in the EFL Cup. I think the FA Cup's a bit out of our league at the minute, but the main priority is the Championship. I want to get up, and I want to get promoted in the first season, so hopefully we can do that. And this is just basically saying Owen Lee has sent us his first report. He has found a total of 12 players within England. Take a look at the scout report and see what he has found. When scouting a region, our scouts will only provide you with an overview of each player. You can ask Owen Lee to scout him further. When viewing the players' information, the scout will then focus on any players that you require further information about, and will report back in due course. Then Owen Lee is just introducing himself. I don't think we really want to see that, do we, guys? Right, so we've got 22 million profit, we've got 25 million transfer budget, and wage budget is 91k. We'll have a look at the board objectives. So youth development, they want, within 2 seasons, have at least one player from the youth academy signed in the first season, play at least 50% of the games in the next season, which that's on in medium. So this is I gain 10.2 earnings from sales with pre-season within a season. We've read that. Obviously there's no continental success because we're not in. EFL Championship, win the league title, that's what I'm hoping to do. The Emirates FA Cup, reach the round of 16. I'm not too bothered about that. I wouldn't mind the EFL Cup having a good run. And then within 3 seasons, increase the club's worth of the club by 30%. So we've got 3 seasons to do that. So basically, guys, I'll get into the players that I want to, that I quite like to sign. But then I'll let you guys leave your comments down below, and we'll see what we can do and see who we can sign. But the first one is Marco Pjaka, I think his name is. If I'm not saying that right, I'm sorry. But I'm not very good with names. So he's an exciting prospect, and I think he needs a little bit of scouting because we don't really know much. He's 21-year-old, 6'1". I have used him before in other season modes, and he's pretty quick on the left wing, and we are wanting a left winger. So hopefully I'm going to ask Drummond to scout him. I'll add him to my shortlist. He's from Juventus, so we might not get him in the Championship, but hopefully we will. And then the next one is a centre-back, and I think he'll be quite a good addition to the squad. I know we've got centre-backs, but it's just a little bit of just a bit of depth to the squad. It's Stephen Corker, 24, centre-back. I'm surprised nobody's actually come in for him because he's quite a decent defender. I mean, his strength, 81 to 85. He's got decent stamina at 77 to 81. His composure is 73 to 77. His sprint speed is 72 to 76. Great slide tackle for a centre-back in 76 to 80. And a good stand tackle, 72 to 76. So I'm going to add him to my shortlist. I'll inquire about him. But I'll put bids in for these players, but I probably won't sign them And at the end of the episode, I'll show you the players that I've put bids in for, and then you guys can decide by dropping your comments down below. Then I'll get a chance to read them, and then I'll sign the players that you guys want to see as the assistant manager. So the next one, I'm not sure if they'll be available, but it's quite a good season. I'd love him at side of John Joe Shelby. It's Aaron Moy from Huddersfield, and I think he's on loan. He's on loan from Manchester City. So I'm not going to be able to sign him, but I'll get him scouted. I mean, just look at his attributes there. Stamina 79 to 83, his vision 79 to 83, short pass 75 to 79, long pass 78 to 82, his free kick accuracy 78 to 82, and his aggression 72 to 76. That's 5.5 million for him. And he's on 89,000. I don't think Huddersfield would pay him that. They'll probably pay half of it. I don't think they'll pay the full 89. They're not a big enough team, are they? But I think he'll be more of for if we get promoted. But he's great. He's 25, so he's going to improve a little bit with a little bit of training. So hopefully, he's one that we can sign. But I don't think we're going to get him in this season. And I'll add him to my shortlist. So basically, it's Piaka, Xhaka, and Corker. So hopefully, guys, if you guys have got any other transfers that you think will be good for Newcastle, then I'd love to hear them, and I'll see what I can do and try and sign some. So basically, the scouting information is Valencia, Cam Wilson, Lyle Taylor, Adeline, Shane Long. I'll sort all that out after I finish recording because I don't think you really want to see that. So basically the tactic that I'm going to play with is a 4-3 4-3-2-1 I'm going to go with. Yes, a 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. Where is it? 4-3-2-1. There. So we have Gale there. Perez, I quite like Perez. So we'll play him. We're going to have Perez as a sub. I'm going to put Richie out on the right. Gouffran will play there for now, but if I can get Xhaka, that's where Xhaka will fit in. I'm going to play Modiani there. And Isaac Hayden, who I think 69 doesn't show his true potential because he's had quite a good season for Newcastle this season in the Championship. I think he's got on really, really well. And he's only going to improve. We bought it from Arsenal. I think it was like 500,000, 600,000. So I think if we put him through some training, we'll get him up to speed, and hopefully he'll be the boss of that midfield. We'll see if we can make him into like a Claude Makelele or Joe, somebody like that dictates play and they pick the ball up in midfield and just play it about. And it's going to be an exciting prospect for the future. I'm going to play Lazar, who hasn't really featured this season, so you haven't really had the chance to see what he's like, his true potential. But I'm just not a big fan of Paul Dummett. He just seems to be. It doesn't seem like he's got any pace. He just sort of dawdles about. You want your left backs to be up and down the wings when you're right back, like Andre Yedlin. It's like a sprinter. He's up and down that wing. He's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to play Carl Darlow in goal. Chancellor Mbemba. I like Chancellor Mbemba. He hasn't really featured since he went off to African Cup of Nations. And Kieran Clark and Lascelles have got a little partnership going, but I'm just a bit wary of Clark because him and Darlow have had a few lapses in concentration in the championship, and it's cost us quite a few points. Which, I mean, every partnership has a bit of lack of communication, but it's just cost us quite a lot of points this season. So basically we'll get into the team instructions. So we're going to have Dwight Gale, and he's going to be getting behind. And we're going to have Gouffran getting behind, because Dwight Gale's got a little bit of pace. So, I mean, if you've got just like a Ibrahimovic that's not very quick, or somebody like that, you don't have to put the attacking runs getting behind. You just keep it as normal. But because you've got a bit of pace, you can play the chip through ball, and they'll get him behind the defenders, and hopefully he can score a few goals, because he's got quite a few goals this season for Newcastle in the Championship, and he's been out injured, but he's back and he scored against Huddersfield the other night. So basically, your centre midfield player, your most defensive one, is Isaac Hayden. So if we attacking support, stay back while attacking, just leave it as that. And then your next defensive one, if you have, which we haven't, because Diame and Shelby's going to be getting forward, and I'm wanting Shelby to dictate play, which he will do, because he's absolutely brilliant at getting the ball and just playing the chip balls over, and everything's just working around John Joe Shelby, which is absolutely great, and he's an absolute bargain buy from Swansea for 12 million in January of last year. It was absolutely phenomenal signing. And then your left back and your right back stay back while attacking, because you don't want them up and down, you just want them there. So basically we'll get into the tactics. I'm going to use a custom tactic. We'll get details. For the build-up speed, I want it to be about 85, just so when it's like a counter-attack, so once you get the ball, everybody will move like forward as a unit together, and you can pick your passes out, cross the ball, and hopefully get a lot of goals. Once it's in the box, hopefully we can just attack it and get onto it. You pass in this is like in the final third, we're going to have this at 60, so that affects your passing distance and your support from your teammates. So I think 60 will be absolutely superb. Your positioning, always have it organised. You don't want it free form, because that means people start moving from positions and stuff. Just have it organised. So your chance creation, I'm going to have that at 70. So it's quite risky, but you've got to take risks to get something from it. So I think risky is quite a decent one on there. So hopefully we can just play it on pass, get a little mistake from defender, and getting on goal with Dwight Gale's pace. Then we've got Jose Perez coming off the bench, and he's got a bit of pace about him, and he was an absolute bargain, Jose Perez. I think he's an absolute brilliant buy. I was shocked about how good he was for what we paid for him. I think we paid $1 million, 1.5 million from Malaga, I think it was. So your shooting wants to be 30, and then positioning on chance creation, free form, so that they move about and you get a bit of variety to your attacks. And then your defence is 50, there for pressure. Aggression, I'll put that at 50, and then the team width at 40, and your defender line is always cover. Never offside trap, because it can create a lot of mistakes and they'll end up getting through on goals. So I'll save that to the team sheet. Sorry. So, right, let's get into this. I'll do training now. So the training drill 1, I'm gonna Vukic. You see, I'm not sure about Vukic. He's been at Newcastle for quite a number of years, and he's never ever seemed to break through. I mean, they've played him in a couple of games, but he's just never been there. So with Jose Perez, I'm going to do chance creation for him. Hopefully we can get something out of that. Mitrovic, because he's only young, he's 21, so he's still developing. I don't know whether to keep Mitrovic, because he's a little bit of a trouble causer. I mean, they're playing somebody, I can't remember who it was, and he got a yellow card, and then he made another stupid tackle, and he should have been sent off, but the referee gave him benefit of the doubt and never sent him off. But I think if he just kept his head screwed on, knuckled down, I think he'd be an absolute world beater. But it just, I mean, I'd have thought he'd have played more games in the Championship, but he just can't seem to break into the team. And you've got Dwight Gale, who's scoring goals, but he's been out injured and he still didn't make it into the team. So for Mitrovic, I'm going to go sharp shooting just to try and increase his finishing and shot power. And then wingers, I'm going to put in Rolando Aarons, who I think is a great young talent for Newcastle United. I'm going to put him on speed dribbling, just start him off on a silver and then just work his way up on the training. But I thought he'd have played a little bit more in the Championship, but he just can't seem to break into the team. I mean, he's had a few games in Prem for Newcastle, but he'll get there. He's only young. He's still got a lot to learn. And so Isaac Hayden, who's going to be that rock in the midfield and dictate play, pick up the ball like a Claude Makelele. So I'm going to put him on El Rondo. And then for the final drill, I'm going to put Jamal Lascelles in, who I think's been an absolute great buy from Nottingham Forest. He's only young, he's 22, and is, like it says, a promising player. He is going to be a really, really good player. I mean, they made him the team captain at the start of this season because I was reading something and he confronted all the senior players when Newcastle were in the Prem, and he's an absolute rock. So I'm going to put him on 1-on-2 defending, but they've got a great, Rafa has built a great young squad in Newcastle, and if it all clicks when they get into the Prem, it might take a couple of seasons for it to click, but I think once it does click, and I think he'll add a couple of more experienced players when they get promoted into the Premiership, if Mike Ashley decides to put his hand in his pocket and spend a little bit of money from the sales of the likes of Moussa Sissoko, who we got 30 million for, and Wijnaldum, who we got 25 million for. And I just know that he spends a little bit of money. So as you can see, you've got Jose Perez with a C, Mitrovic with an A, which is absolutely great, Aarons with a C, Aiden with a C, and Lascelles with a C. So that's been a good training session. If you want me to keep training these 5 players, or you want me to change it about, just drop a comment down below and I'll see what I can do, and we can maybe change them about a little bit. But basically they're the 5 players that are quite young and have got the more chance of improving. So hopefully, once we get promoted to the Prem, we'll be okay. Right, so we're going to get into the first game. I'm going to skip this game and see how we do. We've got a message from the board. It's an inquiry over Stephen Corker. Consider a £6 million bid for Stephen Corker. So I'll submit that bid, and then if you leave your comments down below with any transfer targets that you guys want me to sign, or if you've got any ideas, or you want me to accept that Stephen Corker bid, and if it gets accepted, and sign Stephen Corker just for a bit of cover at centre back, that it's entirely up to you. So I'll sim this first game, and we'll see how we get on. So there it goes into the game. Start with Darlow in goal, Yedlin, Lascelles and Bemba Lazar, Shelby, Aiden, Diame, Richie, Gouffran and Gale. There. I think once the season starts, I'm going to start with Sells in goal, but it just seems to have dropped back a little bit. So players are warming up. But yeah, I think Sells is the better goalkeeper. Darlow's got a little bit more work to go through to get to be the best player. But I still like Tim Krul, even though he's getting a little bit old. He started at Newcastle quite young. So I'll skip this game, and we've won 2-1. So that's quite a good result. So hopefully that's put us top of the league. Why has it gone to that panel there? So yeah, we are top of the league, and Osasuna. So Osasuna beat Celtic. So I'll load this drill, and we'll train these players again. So basically, guys, when we leave this video here, drop your likes down below, smash that like button, leave your comments and your suggestions, and the next episode will be Celtic. If you want me to play the game, leave your comments down below and I'll play the game. If you want me to sim it, I can sim it, but smash that like button, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next episode that I'm going to upload very soon. Thank you very much, guys.